Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Realistic Farm Challenge. We are cracking along, making more hay. It's a beautiful evening, as you can see. It is late evening in July. John Deere is firing along. Got some more help from the local lad, and he's just going to finish up rowing up this field for us. We've done the big field over there, which we wrapped the headlands and silage, if you recall. That little paddock there has been done, and this one is, well, it's nearly done. We've certainly got most of it cracked at the minute, which is great. And then we shouldn't be much longer before we're done. Now, this is not going to be all of the grass that we bale for hay by any stretch. We're going to have to do more. We do have still, bring up our map here, fields 10, 4, and then 55's in good nick. 93 might be okay. 111's full of weeds and trash, so probably not. So we've got lots that we can go into still, and we probably will. But with that being said, we're going to get going again here. I am still in two minds. I do like this baler, but I don't like the fact that it's in working condition and the wheels are folded up still, and I can't change that. So that might be something we want to look into. What we are going to do right now, though, is get myself into a gear that I can drive in, because that would help. And then away we go. And we'll be good. So like I said, not much left of this field to do. Then we'll have to get these all stacked up. A few changes around the yard to look into. You'll see our money has dropped quite dramatically. There is a good reason for that one, but what it does mean is that as we continue to get the farm up and working again, we might have to look to move on from a bit of equipment. I don't ideally want to keep asset stripping, but you know, it might be something we have to do. Right now the old tractors are flying along here, doing a very nice job making sure we get this all baled up, and all being well, we should be in a good position. We've got plenty of hay to start with, at least keep our sheep going, which is fantastic, and I'm hoping that continues. I don't know how many we'll do. We've got some silage bales that we will be looking to sell at some stage. They're already stacked up at the yard and looking okay, but we might need to get a few more bales around the place. We'll see. Out goes the bale. Wonderful stuff. But yeah, I really do like this case. Starting to put the hours on now. We're nearly at 7 hours on this, and then John Deere's got a few on, not quite as many. But we're ticking along quite nicely. These smaller fields are turning out to be pretty good. None of these have any fertilizer of any sort on. We do have fertilizer in the shed that we could use. There's quite a few bags there as well, so we could probably get away with using a bit of that on the grassland just to make sure that it's a strong second cut if we do indeed want that. I'm toying with the idea of selling hay as well if we do a second cut, just because there's a lot, but we'll need to plan for that one, because we need to make sure we have an abundance for our own head count. Apologies for the lack of updates with this. I have been away recently, taking part in a cycling race, so wasn't able to bring quite as many updates as I would like to, but we're back now. We're going to get this all caught up to speed again. This has been really good to get the workers in to row up ahead of us there. I have noticed that John Deere is a little bit slow at times though, when it's going uphill, and pulling a trailer uphill is deathly slow, but otherwise it's, you know, it's certainly speeding up the job no end. We are going to have a lot of mowing, tedding, raking and baling in our future, so any help that we can get is always greatly appreciated. Now we'll get these little last few rows finished off here, and then we'll take you back over the farm to discuss next steps really, and discuss some of the critical points that we're running up against. Alright, last pass in this field. Raker man has finished, and already folded up the tractor as well, so we shouldn't be far off from getting out of here. And then we'll take this case back on over to the yard, probably hook up a trailer at that point as well, and get ready to come back down, and then we'll have a bit of a walk around to show you what's up, what's new, and then what we're going to do to try and not advance, I don't think at the moment there, but just keep ourselves in a comfortable position. In a better position there, I'm sure, but never mind. There you go. There are drivers and there are screwdrivers, ladies and gentlemen, and we are through. Wonderful stuff. Just work our way up to the gateway here. Like I say, this will not be the last of the hay that we make, but it will certainly do for now. Now you see, if I then fold this up, sticks the wheels on the end, which second I turn it on, it then moves them back up to the front again. So we're a little bit hamstrung then. I wonder if it's a simple code correction. Maybe we'll have a look into that. I don't know. However, let's get ourselves away. Yeah, like I say, a lot of bales to start stacking up and clearing up. Not too many in over here. I think there's about half a dozen in there maybe, but you know, it'll all count. We also, because it's August very shortly, it should be in 3-day seasons at this point in time, but it doesn't look like that's taking effect. So we'll have to, it's saying in the settings that it is, but as you can see, we're still only in July, so we will see what happens when we cross over. Hopefully, we'll see that take into effect. In August, we need to start getting this ground ready as well for cereal crops, the fields that we will be keeping. And then maybe even, I don't know if we put one more field of grass into a stubble or into a cereal crop as well. We may well do that. But we will have a look into that one. Certainly a lot of grassland up this way anyway. So we'll just see how it's playing out. And then what we might likely do is actually stick the fertilizer spinner on sooner rather than later, so we can get some stuff onto this field here and the ones that we're covering now, just so we can get a good start, get a good second cut coming off. There, we have a mulcher already, so we can get onto those fields and get those looking in a lot better condition. Just a lot of work ahead. I do love this tractor that we're going through the gears. Sounds absolutely delightful. Alright, so we'll just spin on down to the yard here. And in we go. As you can see, silage bales have all been stacked up out of the way. We don't really do too much down here. There's quite a number of them there. They probably won't be staying around very long. Because we just don't have the need for them really. Okay, and then this, I think we'll just go and stick this somewhere over here, as long as we don't fall down the ramp. Perfect. Safety first, we'll turn this off when we come to disconnect it. So, you'll see, as I mentioned there, we're at £15,846. The reason for that being is several fold. Number one, I think I may have mentioned that we didn't have all of the soil samples completed recently, so we had to make sure we did that. So now we have most of our ground done, all these fields that we've been working at least, but we still need to do this one and that one, so that will be an expensive one, and not to mention up here as well. So we need to do a few more of that, but also we didn't really have that many sheep, and we've changed that now. So for example, if I walk into here, where's my little there you go, we have 70 sheep in here, some are lying really deep there. But so this one is about full in here. I think we have this cattle, or this sheep pasture here has been extended, and now you'll see we're at 220 there, with the possibility to go up to as high as 400, which is great. So we can see some lambs being produced in there, and then also get to see them hang around and continue to expand our flock, which is great. And then for the last lot, we're going to take a bit of a drive out on the quad bike. Go and see what's happening on top of the mall ground, because we have some more revelations up there. So we've spent a lot of money recently, really establishing our livestock here. And I think we're at a point where I can nearly say we're good, we're completed. And what I will do is come on up to the top of the track. This is all not the best ground by any stretch. This could be topped off, I suppose. Made it look a little bit better for itself, but we're going to power on through anyway, because some of the better stuff is on top of the hill up here. All our ground. I don't know what to do with this. I might just leave this because it does need grazing off there. And lo and behold, here are our sheeps, and they are doing that. They're grazing off the ground up here, but we do have quite a few more up here as well. So we are now looking at quite a head of sheep all of a sudden. Certainly enough to keep us occupied with. If I jump out of here, you'll see that we've got another 240 up here. So that makes 460 and then another 70. So you're looking at 530 altogether, which is going to take some feeding. What that does mean though is some of our initial capital has gone. We're going to just need to replenish a little bit of that so we can continue to make payments, and we can continue to, you know, if we need to buy seed or fertilizer, we have some money. Machinery outlay, really, I think we're done for now until we can get some money coming back in over. I just don't, there's not a sustainable way to continue with that in my mind. So we'll have to wait on that front. But like I say, there are still options there. We can lease equipment when we need to, or see what that looks like. But for right now, as we come on down, we will probably have to get rid of a bit of equipment. And I think what we're going to do is, it doesn't make much sense to keep this right now. If we're going to try and make some extra money through selling, then we can just use the equipment that we have anyway. So we're going to get rid of our small square baler, the inline Massey. And that should be, I'm trying not to sell things that we don't have already. So it doesn't make any sense to do that. So we've already got a baler. This one would just mean extra workload as well. It would require us to have some kind of trailer. And then a lot of time and effort. So it was a nice idea, nice possibility, but in reality of it, it's just not going to work. So we will come into our balers, and then we can sell that for 17.5 grand. So we double our money, which is great. Love that for us. And there's one more thing. We have 2 tipper trailers as well, 2 grain trailers. We have a big Marston and a Marshall, which I do believe are in here. Well, one of them's in here, and the other one is in the far corner over there. So worst case scenario, we could get rid of one of those as well. We're going to keep them for now, but that would be something that we could look into as well. We do need to get ourselves ready to go and clear up some hay. We'll park the quad bike back up again, and then we can get on moving. Not the most secure of parking spots for a quad bike, but we will, you know, no one's found it yet, so we might be okay. And then so it's time to go back out. I think what we're going to do is we'll take the Manitou over there with the trailer on the back, but I don't think we'll bring it back that way because it just doesn't quite have the oomph it needs. What we could do with though is going from that to front only. Make it a little bit more sturdy when you're taking the trailer on the road. That ramp gets me every time. There you go, look at that. Perfect. Alright, well, through we are. And away we go. So, like I say, we're going to get these bales stacked up. At least get them grouped up into 2s as well for those that we can't get into this trailer. And then we can start to bring this all back and get them under cover. That's 3 fields in that you'll see in the shed that we sold the baler. And there's still a few more in there. We don't need any more. We're going to need a lot more than we have there, especially with that many mouths to feed now. So we're going to have to see how many, if we're on 3 day seasons, it's going to take a lot of feeding. So we just need to be very mindful of that, and we'll see how we get on. We're going to go firstly into here. Now this is maybe where 4-wheel steer might have helped, because it would have just spanned that end around there. And in fact, we will just stick it into 4-wheel for here, and hopefully, oh, just about nailed it. Unorthodox, absolutely, but we're in. Okay. So we'll just go straight over. We'll start with a big field here. There looks to be a couple of trailer loads on here at the very least. I would, yeah, like I say, we'll probably take the John Deere back. bring the case down just so we can clear all of these. But I will get going with this, and we'll see how we go. Now, you've already seen me stacking bales before. Last time around it was silage bales, and it was in this field as well, so there's a lot to get going with there. But that's what we are faced with at the moment: bales, bales, and more bales. So we'll continue. We're not yet making a great deal of money, but we are setting ourselves up with the foundation to make money when the time is right. So hopefully that time will be sooner rather than later. And all we can keep doing for now, at least, is just keep going. You know, trying to make as many strides forward as we can to get ourselves into a good position. And all being well, that will pay off dividends in the next little while there, but we'll have to wait and see. If you have any suggestions on what we can do to continue to establish ourselves here, please do let me know. You can either drop a comment on the video down below there, or you can hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. Links are in the description down below, and I will see what we can do. This will be coming out on Friday, so yeah, I'll be around about to have a look at that one. But if you have enjoyed it so far, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more. I have been Simulation for the Nation, and we will see you all next time. Till then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, and we'll catch you later.